Beneath the shimmering turquoise surface of the North Andaman Sea, a silent phenomenon unfolds. One that governs the destiny of every creature inhabiting these waters. Here, amidst a jagged labyrinth of submerged limestone and ancient granite boulders, life thrives in a spectacular explosion of color. From the cold, dark abyss, a massive upheaval begins, carrying a drifting snowfall of nutrients. This organic mist triggers a frantic feeding masterpiece. As the particles settle, the reef awakens in a desperate, beautiful race to claim this fleeting gift from the shadows. Those who venture into these waters often feel the change before they see it. A sudden, chilling draft sweeps across the sun-drenched reef, blurring the crystal-clear ocean into a shimmering, distorted haze. For a passing visitor, it is merely a fleeting plunge in temperature. But for the millions of creatures that call this reef home, it is the very breath of life. These mysterious cold currents are the unmistakable signs of a colossal, invisible force. The deep fingerprints of large amplitude internal waves. Driven by the pull of the moon and the turning of our planet, colossal volumes of water are set in motion deep within the Andaman Sea. A silent, unstoppable tide marches eastward. Hidden in the crushing blackness of the abyss lies a vast, submerged mountain range. As the deep current collides with these drowned titans, icy water is forced violently upward. Cascading over the peaks, this flow gives birth to submarine giants, the internal waves. These are towering walls of water that dwarf our tallest skyscrapers. Although to a ship sailing above, the ocean appears perfectly calm. Only from the vast distance of space can we witness their true magnitude, faint, rhythmic ripples carved upon the skin of the sea. As these giant internal waves surge toward shallower waters, their smooth rhythmic flow shatters into turbulent chaos. This violent release of energy drags freezing, nutrient-dense water from the lightless depths, thrusting it up into the sunlit shallows. This is the phenomenon of upwelling, a massive natural delivery system carrying a blizzard of rich organic matter. Instantly, the sleeping reef awakens. Brilliant soft corals extend their delicate polyps to catch the falling feast. Clouds of translucent cardinal fish and shimmering sweepers rise from their rocky fortresses, frantically filtering the microscopic bounty from the current. In mere moments, barren rock is transformed as this deep-sea fertilizer ignites an explosion of life. This influx of nutrients supercharges the reef. These corals are living stone cities, built by tiny polyps that harvest the sun. But they are also hunters. At night, they extend stinging tentacles to snare passing plankton, turning the ocean's invisible bounty into the very foundation of this vibrant wilderness. Beyond the corals, microscopic phytoplankton and resilient turf algae harvest the light, carpeting ancient granite and limestone in a lush, life-giving layer of green. Maintaining this metropolis is a diverse army of gardeners. The ember parrotfish acts as a heavy-duty labourer, grinding limestone into the very sand that forms our beaches. Accompanying them are the specialists, the powder blue tang and the dark, stoic black surgeonfish. In this symbiotic hub, even the mimic surgeonfish plays a clever game, hiding in plain sight to graze in peace. From the inquisitive brushtail tang to the black-streak surgeonfish and the delicate filter-feeding crinoids, every resident has a role. Together, this rhythmic harvest prevents the forest of algae from smothering the coral city, ensuring the reef's delicate equilibrium remains intact for generations to come. A tiny banded coral shrimp stands as a whiskered sentinel. While a gargantuan blue-spotted puffer drifts by like a zeppelin. This varied cast is united by a common feast, sustained by the invisible blizzard of plankton and hidden invertebrate riches. Puffers and armoured boxfish propel themselves with mechanical grace, crushing hard shells as they navigate with surgical precision. Among the sprawling limestone branches, clouds of translucent glassfish and diminute damselfish find sanctuary. To them, the hard coral is an impenetrable fortress. They dart into the current to snatch a fleeting, microscopic harvest before vanishing back into the stone. Nestled within stinging tentacles, we find the charming anemone fish, Nemo, skunk, and Clark's. Cute but fearless defenders of their symbiotic sanctuary. In ugly contrast lies the scorpionfish, an almost invisible master of lethal disguise. Yellow goatfish form schools during the day. High above, a living river of fusiliers pulses against the endless blue. Size and breathtaking beauty offer no clues to a true predator. The elegant emperor angelfish, despite its vivid colors, is a formidable hunter of toxic sponges, a specialized killer securing its place in this deadly hierarchy. In the North Andaman, the true titans of the rubble are the triggerfish, bold and terrifyingly strong. The Indian and Titan triggerfish use armor-crushing jaws to tear apart the reef itself, relentlessly unearthing fortified mollusks and hidden crustaceans that lesser hunters could never hope to conquer. The scythe triggerfish joins the feast, weaving through the jagged limestone with a silent, predatory grace. Deep within shadowed caverns, the massive Malabar grouper waits. Unleashing explosive vacuum strikes upon the unwary. Above, disciplined legions of mixed snappers patrol the currents, an unstoppable, unified front of relentless hunters. High above, yellowback fusiliers dance in the sunlit shallows, completely unaware of the dark, ominous trevallies gathering in the depths. Sleek pick-handle barracudas patrol the open blue. They cruise the reef edge looking for their favorite preys. The colossal Napoleon wrasse surveys its realm. Massive big-eye trevallies glide smoothly in tight, disciplined formations. Their powerful presence alone commands the reef. These are the true lords of the blue, a breathtaking finale ruled by the undisputed masters of the Andaman. Rising steeply from the abyss, Richelieu Rock is a solitary limestone pinnacle that acts as a powerful biological beacon. When Jacques Cousteau first explored these waters, he was mesmerized by its vibrant, purple, soft corals. But this purple oasis is far more than a beautiful garden. It is the ultimate expression of the Andaman's deep breath. Within the pinnacle's sheltered fissures, immense golden schools of big-eye snappers gather, forming stationary curtains that cascade along the steep limestone walls. Identifiable by its bony horns and brownish colors, the phantom bannerfish navigates the hidden canyons. Its ghostly movement through craggy crevices adds to the haunting beauty of Richelieu's sheer limestone walls. Elegant bannerfish navigate the narrow canyons, and pairs of blue-ringed angelfish engage in delicate, synchronized courtship dances, insulated from the rushing tides. Higher in the water column, the true scale of this ecosystem takes shape. The constant influx of deep-sea nutrients triggers an explosive bloom, drawing frantic, high-energy schools of yellowback fusiliers. Massive bait balls of glassy sweepers move like liquid silver across the purple reef, shifting rapidly to confuse the gathering hunters. As the current intensifies, the reef enters its most chaotic hour. Golden storms of checkered and Indian snappers merge and fracture in the open blue. Above them, complex, ruthless alliances take shape. Massive long-face emperors shadow aggressive giant trevally, operating as opportunistic scavengers to snap up flushed-out prey. Joined by swift rainbow runners, this formidable multi-species vanguard transforms Richelieu Rock into a breathtaking theatre of survival, a masterful finale to the pulse of the Andaman Sea. As dawn bleeds over the Andaman, Tachai Pinnacle awakens. Yellow-mask angelfish, snappers and many other fish begin their daily commute. A family of bannerfish gets ready for the plankton breakfast. Solitary in the distance, the Titan triggerfish performs site maintenance on the reef's foundations. The schools of blue tangs rush to grazing spots with the eager urgency of young students. Behind a curtain of fusiliers, a gang of commuters gather to discuss an obscure plan. Giant trevallies serve as aggressive executives circling with lethal intent. The moray eel acts as the mastermind of the hostile takeover in his rocky office, while the unicorn fish secretary documents the impending operation. While the reef looks peaceful, an elegant unicorn fish runs away. The unmistakable shadow of the trevallies are about to deploy their plan. With synchronized precision, the aggressive executives corral a massive bait ball of neon fusiliers. The cascade of life is forced toward the Pinnacle summit, where the hunters finally strike. The vibrant coral communities of the North Andaman are a delicate masterpiece built over countless millennia. But this magnificent sanctuary is fragile, and its future now lies in our hands. To preserve these ancient gardens, we must move through them with absolute precision. Perfect buoyancy is not merely a skill, it is a vital responsibility. This is exactly why the Thai government now restricts underwater cameras to only the most experienced divers, ensuring that no fragile coral is ever sacrificed for a photograph. When we glide respectfully through this realm, the joy of discovery is unparalleled. Seeing the sheer happiness on the faces of divers today reminds us exactly why conservation is so crucial. We must protect this environment so that our children and their children can also experience the profound thrill of exploring these vibrant, life-filled waters. Thank you for keeping our reefs healthy. In this delicate balance, the deep breath of the Andaman continues, a timeless pulse that will nourish this vibrant world for generations yet to come.